Okay then guys, what is going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we are in Diablo 4 and we have got a lot of news going on in the community right now, including a welcome to the Dry Steeps. The storage space is being worked on extremely quickly. We also have some talk about the new legendary aspects and some talk about hardcore characters. So make sure you stay tuned in for the video. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Also check out our sponsor, Advanced GG, the #1 clinically proven energy supplement on the market. If you guys use code CLOUD now, you'll get a discount at checkout. Link is down in the description. My favorite is Cherry Vanilla. Go and give it a check out. That being said, let's dive on into the video. So starting off, Diablo actually posted up this video here saying, welcome to Dry Steeps, where dying of thirst is your best option. This place looks absolutely incredible, although still has the same style color palette. I know a lot of you guys in the Diablo scene and the community already know that this is kind of how the game looks just as an overall, although it would be nice to have a bit of a different color palette to the area and just have some like differentiation, and so that it doesn't all look like relatively the same. But that's neither here nor there. It does look very cool indeed anyway, which will be available come season 1. Next up though, we have got that a article saying Diablo 4 is trying to move very quickly to improve storage space, but it's challenging technically. This article here goes through a whole bunch about the storage space, but yes, Blizzard have heard us, and yes, they're moving really quickly to improve the storage space. As a development live stream posted up actually stated, I'll say real quick, we definitely hear everybody about this. We are talking a lot about what we need to do with this, and we've got good plans of things we can do to improve the situation. That said, the changes we want may not come soon enough, as the team says it has to get it right rather than rush into it and doing it right now. I know it's frustrating to hear me say, but the reality is that we're moving really quickly on this, and we're trying to provide more space in the future. We're figuring out how we're going to get that accomplished. By Joe Pipora. This is something which is screamed at by the community and something that everybody wants indeed. This is a little bit of a frustrating movement though, that they're not able to get it done anytime soon really. Although they are moving really quickly, it does state that it is looking to come sometime in the future. Now I don't know how difficult it would be to expand storage. It doesn't sound like it should be a hard task, but apparently it's something that they want to get right and that they're generally not having much luck with at this moment in time. But they are working on it, so expect storage space update to happen at some stage in the future. I'm really hoping it's throughout season 1 at some point, and we don't have to wait till season 2 for this sort of movement, as there do seem to be quite a lot of changes that don't really look like they're going to be happening over the next 3 months. With that being said though, we had an article right here by Charlie Intel stating what is an invoker in Season of the Malignant. Now, Diablo 4 Season 1 will add new ways to interact with the mysteries of Sanctuary. In a map overwhelmed by a malignant plague, one of the key elements is to have an invoker. Here's everything that we need to know when we look at it. Now, since malignant monsters are set to be a challenge for wanderers, what they drop after being defeated is set to be quite useful for changing your character's build and even interacting with new areas. Farming malignant hearts is the key to creating such items as invokers. Now, invokers are crafted items similar to nightmare sigils and are used to activate formations of malignant outgrowths. They will allow players to target and farm malignant hearts of a specific color. So essentially, we're just looking at some more usages for such things like nightmare sigils. We're going to be able to utilize and craft our own malignant outgrowths by utilizing these invokers, therefore being able to farm specific malignant hearts, which are obviously going to help with the builds. It's kind of good that they've done it that way so that we can actually get specific ones and just farm for those and then utilize it for the build that we need, rather than just dropping a bunch of unnecessary stuff that we're just never going to use. So as an overall, it's a great article. It does go quite a bit longer than that, so if you want to check out the article, I'll leave all the links down in the description as always. But we do have some very interesting tweets here by Pez Radar, our community director, aka Adam Fletcher. Now, there is a post up that has quite a lot to do with it. Somebody says, but there's a comma in between that implies for every class doesn't refer to the first part of the sentence. Now what they're actually talking about here is the new legendary aspects as well as the new unique items. But Adam Fletcher comes in with a comment right here stating 7 new legendary aspects, 1 new per class and 2 general, all class ones. 6 new unique items in the game and 32 malignant hearts. Some hearts are all general and some are for specific classes. Now for me, 1 new legendary aspect per class is a little bit lapsed. I know that we had some comments in a previous video which were stating essentially that we need to stop complaining about this sort of stuff, but when each season is 3 months long, having 1 new aspect per character doesn't really utilize so much. If that main aspect doesn't happen to hit the build that you guys are looking to run or to utilize, then essentially you're still playing the original game when it comes to the legendary aspects anyway. And then we obviously have 2 general all class ones that we're going to be able to utilize across the board, which some of them are okay, but for me personally, I feel like a lot more of the more independent ones that are per class are generally the ones that we'll utilize the most. We also have 6 new unique items in the game, which don't seem like a lot, although it might make a bit of a difference, but we're kind of glad that we've got the 32 malignant hearts, and I'm interested to see what sort of build concepts we can utilize using those malignant hearts, considering that we are going to have to use the jewelry slots for them. They don't have their own slots, which is extremely unfortunate, and I kind of wish that they did have their own slots on top of it so we could additionally have more movements for the build diversity. That is just my opinion on it, and I know a lot of you guys don't agree with it, but that's what YouTube's good for. This is my opinion on how that one should specifically work. Let me know your comments in the comment section below and how you think the malignant hearts should work, and if you're happy with the way that they've got it or not. But next up we have a post right here by Naughty Sunbro, and this one is quite a big one for you hardcore players. Now he states, Pez Radar aka Adam Fletcher, I have some concerns about Renown and Hardcore. Like, I have no idea how my progression is going to transfer given that I have had 6 deaths to server issues and have only been able to track how many Lilith statues I've done using a third-party website. So what will transfer given that my current Hardcore character is level 11 and has basically done nothing? If the answer is basically nothing, you guys need to do better and I will happily never touch the game again. It's already terribly handled on map Renown for hardcore characters. Now, Adam actually comes back with only the furthest progressed character that is alive will transfer over. With the response that we get back from this is not okay. You understand that, right? Like, that's just not an acceptable way to handle this. Because you've dived to server issues, you'll have to redo all of your Lilith statues in Season 1. I guess I'm done with the game then. Thank you for taking the time to respond. Do I need to redo the campaign as well, given the character that completed it is dead as well? This is something which is massively a shame, and my response would quite clearly be, you can run your hardcore if you want to, but it might well be worth just having a normal character to utilize majority of those movements. It's a bit of a nightmare to say the least, but I guess that's kind of what you get by running just hardcore on its own. I don't really know what else to say about it. Again, I'm quite intrigued by your opinions down in the comment section below. Please let me know what you guys are thinking about it, and if you think that the hardcore progression should have transferred as an overall. But I think that's the beauty of hardcore, right? You have to fresh start it. If you die, it completely evaporates that character and it's dead to the world. Therefore, no progression warranted. I don't think that there's a problem with that. Run a normal character, man, if you want to start running that sort of stuff. That's just the way that this game works. Anywho, that's all we've got time for today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. I appreciate all your faces. But as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.